Hello my dear students. So we have covered part 1 of the coding for the practicals, in which I have covered the practicals for decision making statements. This is the second part for that, and in this video I am going to cover all of those practicals for decision making statements or conditional statements, right? So this is the next practical that we are going to perform. Write a program to perform addition, multiplication, subtraction and division using switch statement. So basically the program of calculator can be done either, if you want to take choice from user, that program can be done using switch statements or else if, but here they have specifically telling me that you have to use switch statements, right? So let me just perform this that program. So for that program I have to take two values, first a and b, and say result. So I am taking them as float, then I am taking int choice. So I am going to take user's choice that which operation they want to perform. So based on this I am declaring four variables. Then after I am printing, and suppose first of all I have to tell user that 1 means addition. Let me write it in some proper manner. So 1 means addition, and let me just copy this and paste it over here so that it will look good. Here 2, 3 and 4, right? Here addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division, right? So here four operations are there, and then I'm asking user which operation he wants, he or she wants. So based on them I'm asking slash and enter your choice, right? So I can use either get ch, or I can also get k, or I can use scanf with %c for taking character input from user, right? So I can either use getchar, a function that I have shown you in input output functions video, and or you can also use scanf. So for scanf I can use %c and here and choice, right? Now I am telling user to enter two numbers, right, on which he or she wants to perform a operation, and here I am using scanf with %f because I have taken data type as float, right? So this is the code to get values from user. Now here let me write slash. Okay, so now as they have told me to use switch case only, I can write switch. Now inside this switch, make sure that inside this braces you can use either character data type or integer data type. You cannot use floating data type as choice. That's why I have defined choice as integer. You can also define choice as character. I will see you in just next next portion in which we will use character as a choice as well. So here this switch, the variable whose values we are using as cases will be used as inside the switch. So here choice values can be 1, 2, 3 or 4 because user can enter any four of the anyone from this 4. and based on that I'm going to perform an operation. And if user is entering any fifth value other than this 4, then that means the choice is invalid, right? So inside this choice, what I can write? Choice. If you have written C over here, then you have to write C over here too. Okay, and then the brackets. Now inside this bracket, what you can do? You can write cases. So here it will be case 1 and then colon. Don't put semicolon after case, it is colon, and then result equal to A plus B, and then I'm printing printf, then slash and addition is percentage F. You can also write addition of percentage F and percentage F is percentage F. It is your choice to make your code more reliable and readable. So, and break is compulsory. So this is case 1. I need 4 such cases. So I am copy pasting it. Again, if it will have any error typing mistake, then I have to correct it for 4 times. Right? So here 3 and here 4. Here addition is this. Then here subtraction is this. But here the expression will change. Here the expression for multiplication will change, and here it will be multiplication, right? And here it will be division. So here it will be division. Okay, so this is the case, and if user is entering any invalid choice, I am telling it to correct it. So default printf slash and invalid choice. Okay, and save the program. Now make sure that you have written everything inside this braces. Now just save this program, compile it and run it. Let me just show you if it is correct or not, giving me correct output or not. So enter your choice. So first I am entering 1 because I want to do addition. Then enter 2 numbers. So I am entering say 23 and 1. So answer will be 4. Invalid choice. Why? Why invalid choice? Enter your choice. I have entered 1. Does I have any mistake? Okay. So there is one mistake with me. I have taken integer over here, but here I have taken character. So it will be percentage %V. I am so sorry. I have just mixed up my mind. So again, compile it and run it. Enter your choice. So 1 is my choice. Enter 2 numbers 12 and 3. So answer will be 15. Addition is 15. You can see I am getting correct answer. Okay, so this is how you can perform when choice is integer. Now I'll show you that how you can perform this program using choice as character. Why character? Or let's say it's integer. And I want another thing I want you to notice that here if I have told you that 10 means addition, 20 means subtraction, 30 means multiplication, and 40 means division. That means I have to change it here 10, 20, 30 and 40. Why? Because this is nothing but the domain. So domain of choices was previously 1, 2, 3, 4, but now it is 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, so don't miss this. But now what I want, I just want to add plus, that means addition, minus means subtraction, star means multiplication, and this means division. I want this kind of code. So here plus, minus, star and slash is nothing but the characters. So I have to take choices as character, and now this domain becomes nothing but plus, minus, multiplication, division. Right? So here it will also be C. And here it will be plus, minus, star, and divide. Let me just save this program. But if I compile this program, it will give me an error. Now I want to show you that what error it is. What is the mistake in this program? So here case cannot identify what this plus is, because I have always told you that whenever you are dealing with characters, you have to put those character in single inverted comma. So you have to write cases as this when you are dealing with character as choice. Okay, so here it will be something like this. So now if I just save this program and execute, compile it and execute. Okay, one more thing, by mistakenly I have put two cases at the same time. So this is not allowed in switch case, that you cannot take two cases at the same time. So you cannot take case one two times. Okay, so this is the mistake. So I'm just saving it again, compile it and run it. Now it is running correctly. So my choice is say multiplication. I'm entering 12 and 3. Answer is 36. So this is how you can perform a program of calculator using switch case. Now you can perform this program by yourself as a homework program by using LCIF. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section. Now let me go to the second practical of this video. Hello students, so our second practical is all about write a C program that reads number from 1 to 7. So you are going to take this value from user between 1 to 7 and accordingly it should print Monday to Sunday. So if user is entering 1, that means you have to print Monday, user is entering 2, that means you have to print Tuesday and so on. Okay, so this program can be performed either using switch case or you can also use LCIF, because we know that whenever we are dealing with more than two cases, you can use LCIF as well. So I'll show you that how you can perform this program using both of them. So first I'm performing this program using LCIF. So first I'm taking one number. So for that I'm taking int n, and I am printing that enter a number between 1 to 7. Okay, so this I have written for convenient to make it convenient to user. Then slash percentage e as it is integer, and here's and n to taking value from user. Now here I can also print if printf. Okay, here you can print slash n 1 means Monday, and similarly you can just copy this two means Tuesday, 3 means Wednesday, 4 means Thursday, 5 means Friday, 6 means Saturday, and last but not the least 7 means Sunday. Okay, so before I have to write it before this, okay, because I have to first tell user about this and then I can do. Okay, so first means Monday and all that, and then I'm asking it whether which choice he should enter. So according to it, it will enter a choice. So I can use LCIF for that. So if n equal to 1, then printf Monday. Okay, here it will be semi. Then for each choice I'm writing. Then LCIF n equal to 2, then it should be Tuesday. If equal to 3, then it is the Wednesday. Here it will be LCIF. If it is say 4, then it is Wednesday and Thursday. If it is n equal to 5, then it is Friday. And last but not the least, if it as it is, see, we are having 7 cases over here. So first is if, then 6 cases are 6 cases are of my days, and the last case will be of default case. So here also I will write if n equal to 7, it should print Saturday, and last is the default case, that is else, which does not need any kind of condition. So here I am writing printf invalid choice. One mistake I have done over here is not using /n for this printf. Okay, so here it will be /n, here it will be /n, here also it will be /n, Here it will be slash n and here also. I'm sorry for making this code lengthy for you. So now if I just save this program, compile it and run it, you can see 1 means Monday, Tuesday, etc. All of these days, and enter any number in between 1 to 7. So I'm entering 5. So Friday is printing. Okay, correct. Okay, so this is how you can perform this program using else if. Now, what can you do to convert this inside, in switch case? So this will stay common, but here you have to write switch instead of if, and inside this switch I am going to take value from n, because based on the value of n I am going to print something. Here it will be say case 1, accordingly printf say Monday, and then here also I have to put slash n, and then don't forget to put break statement, right? So let me just copy this and let me just erase this everything. Okay, and here it will be case 2, that means Tuesday. Case 3, that means Wednesday. Case 4, so much typing, right? It's Thursday. Case 5, it's Friday. And here case 6 will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And here last but not the least, if it is something like case, I can copy paste also, 7, it will be Sunday. Okay, and last but not the least, the default case. So default invalid day. Okay, so now just save this program, compile it and run it. Now if I'm entering 6, that means Saturday is printed. So this is how we can perform a program using switch case and else if to print the days according to the entered number. Okay, so whatever number is entered by user, based on that you can print the day. So now we are going to headed with the last practical of this session of this conditional statements. Then after we are going to start with looping statements. So let's go to the practical. Hello students, so our last practicals are to check whether the entered character is vowel or consonant. So you can also write it as whether the entered character is vowel or not, otherwise you can use this word consonant as well. So we can perform this program using else if. We can also perform this program using switch statement. So I will show you that how you can perform this program using else if first, and then you can also use switch case for that. So first I can write character C, then enter any character. Okay, so here I can use scanf as well as getchar. So here %C and C. Okay, now if say C equal to A, or similar syntax for A, E, I, O, U. Okay, C equal to E, or C equal to A, E, I, then O, then U. Okay, so if this is the case, I have taken or over here because if any of this character appear, if any one of this, then I am going to print /n entered character is vowel, right? Otherwise, else, if. Now here else it will be consonant. Okay, so now let me just say this program, compile it and execute it, and if I am entering a character capital A, then it will be entered as vowel. But this program is erroneous. Why? Because even if I am entering say small a, it will entered character is consonant, which is incorrect, because we know that C is case sensitive language, and for case sensitive language I have to cover each cases, like say for smaller alphabet and capital alphabet as well. So for that purpose I am modifying the logic a bit. So here it will be small a, here it will be a small e, here it will be I, small o, and last but not the least small u. If I say this program now, compile it and run it, and if I am hit enter by using small u, that entered character is vowel. Now you know that how this program can be executed using switch case. So if I want to execute it using switch, I have to simply write switch, and inside this switch I have to write the variable which is based on which I am deciding the cases, which variable is nothing but C, because C's value will decide which is the character. Here I can write case A colon, and if this is the case I am going to enter vowel, right? But now you can see that for each of these 8 cases I have to write this thing. For each of these 8 cases, and for default case I am writing this statement. Now you know that how lengthy the code is. For each statement should I write this for each cases? So what is the solution over here? So I'll show you, but let me just show you this code first. So even for capital A I have to write this, even for capital E, and let's say for small e, for capital O, and for small o, I am just writing this code rigorously, because I just want to show you the difference of one feature of switch. So A, E, I, O, and U. U is remaining and I is remaining. So here it will be U, here it will be U, here it will be I, and here it will be small I. So let me just save this program. Now I know that this program is correct. It will give me correct answer, but first let me compile it. What is an error? Previously used. Okay, so I have used E already. You can not use double values as a case value. So now let me compile it again. If I am entering U, so the entered character is vowel. But now I am showing you that what can be the other case. So instead of this, you can also write this, because I don't want to break statement. I have shown you the difference between with using break and without using break, right? So here if I am not using break, it will check each of this condition rigorously and then print the last statement. So even if I have written something like this, and if I am entering U, it will print entered character is vowel. So this is how I can just optimize this code using switch statement, right? right? So this is all about the practicals in conditional statement. In our next session of this coding statements, like the lengthy videos, I am going to cover so many examples of looping statement, starting from very easy ones to the difficult ones. I hope you enjoy this class. You can give your feedback in the comment below the comment section. Thank you so much. See you in the next class.